It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From Bankers Life Fieldhouse, tonight it's the Indiana Pacers taking on the Boston Celtics. The opening tip won by the Pacers as we get underway in downtown Indianapolis. To Collison. 4-3. His first effort off the mark.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Here comes the screen. Gets a look, can't hit. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Aaron Baines, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 80% at the line. Oops, he missed the first one. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Into the front court comes Collison. Down by one. To Turner. Not that time. Irving into the front court. He'll run the offense.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for two.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Boston with the basketball. Irving. Surveys the floor. Cleared by the Pacers. Matthews. Here comes the screen. Matthews to Turner. 5 to shoot for Indiana. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Marcus Smart. To Irving. Fires the 3. That's how you defend. Collison into the front court. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. To Young. Has a look. Not today.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Irving. That misses with 3 seconds left. We're through one at Bankers Life Fieldhouse with the Pacers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Second quarter set to start. This is what we like. This game is certainly in the balance.
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They established the tempo that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something has to give. Some team has to draw a line in the sand.
Horford to Irving. To Marcus Smart. Going to launch beyond the arc. That one off the mark. It's no good. Into the front court comes Collison. His team up by 1. To Matthews. Yes, Wesley Matthews. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Irving. Here comes the screen. That's out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. It's Indiana basketball. Collison to Matthews. Screen coming. Yes, Wesley Matthews. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Screen coming. The pass set it all up.
People at home, did you know that Aaron Baines played rugby growing up? He knows no other way but to be physical on the court because that's how he leaves his mark.
To Young. Here comes the screen. Matthews. To Collison. Darren Collison. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 85% free throw shooter. First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Celtics have it. Irving. Probing the defense. Tatum. And knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that 3-point shot than one instead from 22 feet.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Young to Matthews. Has a chance. Matthews unable to get it to go.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Irving to Horford. Trying to cash in. Tatum shot no good. 20-footer at the buzzer. We reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Pacers are in a close game thus far. It's obvious how these guys scored the majority of their points, and that's in the paint. They did a great job of scoring down low. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Indiana Pacers.
First half stats. Player of the half. Who was cold?
Kyrie Irving would have definitely preferred being our player of the half, but he was anything but that. If he's going to continue to shoot those threes in the second half, he must find ways to be more efficient, but also more patient. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Kyrie with the rock. To Horford. Just off the mark.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Young. Has a look. Shot by Bogdanovich, off the mark.
When I saw this team come out and warm up, everybody looked focused. They looked into the game before the game even started. I saw a completely different team at halftime. Guys were coasting around. Guys were talking to girls in the stands. Guys were playing around with the ball boys. They weren't focused, and it's showing up right now in the second half.
Collison into the front court. 10-all is our score. To Matthews. With a drop step. Doesn't get the bounce. Irving brings the ball up court to Horford. To Irving. Here comes the screen. Shot clock winding down. Irving. Tatum. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
To Young. Here comes the screen. Matthews. To Collison. Shot from the lane won't go. Another follow, still no good. Here's Irving into the front court. Leads 3. To Horford. No good. Into the front court comes Collison. They can get a 2-for-1 if they hurry. Young to Collison. Here comes the screen. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. Kyrie across the timeline. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. With the basket after a nice drop step.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Straight on 3 at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter with the Celtics in front. So the Pacers with the basketball to start the fourth quarter. And that third quarter was one to forget. Remember, Jay, they led at the break, and now they find themselves on the wrong side of the score.
Yeah, but this game is about next play. If you spend too much time worried about what was, you can't focus on what is. Put that quarter behind you and focus on the task at hand.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Can't connect from in close.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Collison. Gets it in the left corner. To Collison. Matthews. Message received. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Here comes the screen. To Young. Collison gets it in the right corner. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Matthews. Now that's a contest.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't go down.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Collison.
1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter.
Goes to the right side. Matthews to Collison. Rebound Jason Tatum. Irving with the basketball. Up by 3. To Marcus Smart. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
Now a whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout, but this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. Collison to Matthews. Has a chance. Oh, Miles Turner. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
And here's an intentional foul. That's free throws. Clock stops with 13 seconds to play.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Now the Pacers going to use a timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game.
Your next group event. Availability is limited, so you must act now. Visit our team website for more details.
Shot by Bogdanovich, no good. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments. But it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a two-score game.
Ed, what's that old saying? Ruffled feathers do not flock together? Well, actually, I just made that up. But what it means is that play will cause a little havoc. As designed, the team that uses it to galvanize as a unit will have the advantage.
Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Late heave to beat the buzzer. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they get a good win on the road. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics got themselves a win here today, and some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout this matchup. The Pacers just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. It's pretty obvious their emphasis was on the long-range game, given how many times they shot the three ball. Their execution, however, was definitely not there. They didn't hit a single three-pointer.
Game track. Field goals.
As you can see in the highlights, this team did a great job of staying competitive and putting in the necessary effort to get the win.
Player of the game.
Tatum was constantly willing to sacrifice his body to come up with as many rebounds as he could, and it showed in these highlights.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.